Per thing is really weird. Does that look photoshopped to anyone else? Because I used to work as a photo retoucher, and that looks photoshopped to me, which just seems really fucking odd. But if you look at his face, the tones of it and the colors of it should match a little more to that fist or that hand pointing out, his hand, and it doesn't. And it's got me bugging out because it's like, I don't know why you would Photoshop that anyway, as it is. So it's like, it's fucking weird. It's bugging me out. I also don't know how to feel about this fucking purse shit. I feel like I can't really like any of the photos because I don't want to front, because it's like, very truly his death. Like, I didn't even hear about it, right? But I woke up yesterday, and then suddenly I woke up and I was ready to do shit, and I got shit done, and it was like, it was different than any other day previously, than at the very least a lot of the days previously. And then I found out about his death, and the weird thing about it is, like, so as you can see, he follows me, right? He follows my account. Out of everybody I've interacted with, for the most part, there's a few others as well, but he's the only one who's followed me, right? That's followed my account from the Bronx like that. He's the only one that there's really no connection. Like, it's pure fan on both ends, right? Like, so for me, other people, other graph writers, there's kind of small, there's other connections. Like, there's connections that would be there even if I wasn't into graffiti, right? But like with Per, the only real reason we've ever interacted was because of graffiti. And I was a fan of his. I'm younger than him, so like I grew up watching him, basically. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And then fast forward all these years later, I'm online and I got my own kind of issues going on. But I end up coming across his account, and I'm like, yo, Per, dude, what? I used to really admire you. But then he ends up following my account, and I'm like, yo, dude, actually, my account is not really about graffiti. And that's actually, the whole weird thing about it is, between me and him, the only thing that we really had connections was graffiti. Well, I will say, I just gotta throw it out there, I wonder family-wise, just because, I just wonder. But probably doubtful. Either way, it's probably more likely just graph, right? So, I don't know, his death is like, it's just crazy, because like, I even today, like, I thought it was just yesterday, but it is what it is. Like, my pure feeling on it is kind of like good riddance, in the sense that he was draining me, and he knew that he was draining me. Like, I had reached out to him as best as I possibly could, and let me throw that out there though. But it's also one of these things too, where it's like the legacy, right? Like, I had reached out to him many times and was like, look, dude, your legacy is gonna be this. Your legacy is gonna be that when you die, I'm gonna be like good riddance, and I don't know why. Because that's basically, it's as if that's what you want from me, and I'm trying to avoid that. But you're still following my account. You're being fucking creepy and weird. Anyway, the point being is, he was older. Maybe he never did he never interact with anybody online? You know what I mean? Like, did he never DM people? Did he follow a bunch of people? Because I went through his account once and even DM'd him afterwards. I was like, look, dude, I'm looking at who you follow, and you don't really be following a whole bunch of people, like a bunch of weird people, right? And like, there's really no reason for you to be following me without, you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird, yo. And I didn't want to remove him, and I didn't want to block him, because I wasn't going to be forced into this situation, kind of like what it is right now. Like, I don't feel bad about the good riddance. And apparently, at the same time too, it's like, he was suffering, it seems. So, and I don't know. That's the whole thing. I don't know. All I know is what he has provided me. You know what I mean? Like, he provided following my account when, realistically, he shouldn't have done that in the first place, because I wasn't really looking for followers. And then I reached out to him and told him, yo, I'm not looking for followers like that. Please don't follow my account. It's actually kind of weird. You're actually hurting me by following me. And he still did it. And then, time went on, and I'm like, yo, he gets hospitalized. And I'm like, look, dude, you're hospitalized. And it's really weird, because if I get into it, just unfollow my account, dude. He stayed following my account. All right, damn. Then I get hospitalized, and I'm like, yo, I don't know if you saw, but you're following my account. I just got hospitalized. I'm sick too. like, it's kind of weird, yo. Like, you're not even saying some shit and you fucking following my account. So anyway, like, point being, so I don't know, maybe throw it out there, make sure that it's also clearly known that maybe he never checked his DMs and he never paid attention to comments. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's that, but it's a really weird situation to be in. Very, very weird situation to be in because it's like I said, it's just like it was pure fans on both ends. Like, at the very least on my end, the only reason I even paid attention to his account or him as a person was because I was a fan. I was a fan of his work as a graffiti writer. But then at the same time, it's like, I don't know why he followed my account other than apparently he was a fan of it or he was being a creep. Both ways, it doesn't make sense, because if he was a fan of it, you know what I mean? Like, he kept that shit to himself apparently. And if he was being a creep, then he was being a creep, and it is what it is. Then, like, I can't, it is, like, as far as I could tell, he was being an energy vampire and being a creep about it. And it's just weird. But anyway, that Photoshop shit, it's just crazy because it really does look, it looks Photoshopped. And I don't know why, because it shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, it really, really shouldn't. It's just between the ear, where that ear hits, like, it looks like, it's just weird. But then again, why would anybody Photoshop that? But that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's one of those things, too, where it's like, I don't know. People fucking really understand. I don't got anybody else who I could even fucking just ask about this. Like, it's the net. It's whoever happens to see this, maybe not, whatever. And that's a pretty simple fucking thing. It's a really simple thing to fucking be asking someone, yo, anybody else see what I'm seeing? And, more than likely, at the very least in the past, I haven't had anybody just be like, yo, this is what's going on. So, that's also what he was participating in. Might as well see if that clears up a little bit. Keeping me fucking ignorant, trying to keep me fucking, like, without knowing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't have to walk around not knowing if other people, something as simple as that, if that looks Photoshopped to somebody else or not. Pretty fucking simple question. Anybody on the internet should be able to fucking answer one way or the other. I don't know. To me, it does look, it very much does look Photoshopped. Like I said, I used to work as a Photoshop artist, so it's like, it just does. It does. But maybe other people, they have their own little opinions. I wouldn't mind listening to them just because, I definitely have my own experience and knowledge, but it is what it is. There's other people alive too. So anyway.